Whoops. Oh, alrighty guys. We're live. I know I'm kind of behind. But part of that is because I had a couple of things I was debating. Uh, I do debate a little bit sometimes when I'm deciding, do I want to go and drive, or do I want to play 13? So I ended up choosing 13 because, to be honest, 13 is kind of where I need to get done. Oh, great. Great, great, great. Okay. We're gonna have to restart the whole entire thing again. Hope it shouldn't have to recache the shaders at all. But if it does, that's gonna be a because we need it to be able to run the controller. Okay, so today we're gonna primarily be focused heavily on um heavily focused primarily through getting the grinding stuff going and getting things done within this to begin with. Primarily that's what we're doing for today. Um, um, that's the primary thing. So it does not, like, to me, I don't have any clue. Yeah, I already got 17 done, so I am not going to try and complete a lot of the stuff. Now you need to, most likely it's recommended that you do try to get to 18. But check up on our Crystarium, we have nothing there. Um, so what we're going to do, um, is I'm making sure I get my thing posted on that. Okay, so let's try to figure things out. Because that's the biggest thing is we're gonna try and get some grinding done a little bit. We're only going to grind a little bit today. It's not going to be like a super um for it. No, I'm not really caring where we do it. I'm just right now. I'm not gonna use this. I'm not gonna do Crystarium right now. Um, right now, we're gonna work on trying to clear you out. Is what we're gonna work on. The medic as well. For you is gonna be ideally to get done. And I'm trying to basically just get all of this done and set up for just that. Anything extra like our synergist literally you're going to be almost done with that. The Sentinel too. You know, it's not gonna take us that long to get it, to get things situated. On what we're trying to get done. Gotta do a little bit of that grinding for it. I'm just gonna waste all of my CP that I have now. I really not caring. But that's because I came here to check. And to begin with, wanting to start trying to get the roll levels for all of these first. Primarily because that's going to be the best bet, and that's going to be what we're going to need to get done anyway. I don't care how we get it done, I'm just wanting to get it done. I know some of these can be repeatable. Yeah, one will be fine. Because as soon as we get that done, then I'm going to continue to move on a little bit. I'm looking for 18. And then we'll go from there. We're going to try... I want to try to get all 32 missions done. There's apparently 52 missions. But I'm just trying to get enough to where I can get at least up everybody level 4 on their main dedicated roles. and then we'll go secondary afterwards. Work on everybody else as we go.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Yeah, not gonna give us a lot of CP, not a lot of Crystarium points to begin with. And I forgot where the best place to do it is in getting a lot of our points, because I know, I'm not quite for sure where the best location is to get, is to get the thing. Actually, I should be looking for, what I should be looking for is I should be looking for the place with the smog. That's gonna be the best place to get our points to get leveled up. See, to be honest, this one does not follow the traditional way of leveling up. This one follows a totally different way of doing things, which is fine by me. It's not the best, but it is. But if I play 13-2 and 13-2 seems a lot better than this, then to begin with, I still will. Then maybe we'll put that up on this list of being better than 13. But as of right now, to be honest, 13's within my top 10. That is not without reason of making this game be the best game ever, though. So it's number 6 to begin with. It's number 6 on the list.
Hardly worth the effort.
But it does not beat the first linear style Final Fantasy. It does not beat 10. I have played 10 enough that I do like it. It's more, to be honest, the soundtrack's a lot better. The, and the gameplay is just a little bit more difficult than this, I think, than this. But it's also,
Left yourself open.
also not great. But if I do finish 13, the trilogy itself, then there's gonna be a couple things, debating which one I should go back. If I go to 10, if I go back to 9 and start over, play them all, play 9, play 10 on Linux,
Thank you.
or just finish it and just remove the mods off of it, and we just finish the game, because to be honest, I'm pretty sure I have it saved, somewhere for cloud save, but I don't know if, I don't think it ever got cloud saved when I what should have happened before I finished 9, I shouldn't have, swapped over to Linux. But I was just like, I am done, I am sick and tired of Windows, and so I was just like, you know what, I don't care, I'm gonna do it anyways. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with not beating a Final Fantasy game just to happily switch over. But the one thing I do dislike about Steam, though, for recently, is them removing the ability to buy Steam gift cards, physically. Like I hate that. I think it shouldn't. I don't think they should have removed that physically. But
Appreciate it.
okay, I don't care as much as I just care about getting haste first, so I can get things done a little bit quicker. But this will get us, these creatures will get us enough to get our grinding going. Yeah, nice. Hey, preemptive strike? That's actually a decent. This one I'm not going to switch because they're so easy to kill. There's no need. But I don't think having the... Yeah. Okay. You know what? Let's just go for it. Yeah. Our synergist is literally almost done, so we'll work on some reprieve. Medic down here. You're finally gonna get raised, which will be good. on our end, but I don't know how much. Wow, not gonna get primitive strike. Not gonna get to attack first, but
Back under your rock.
we'll sure definitely. Okay, now I'm pretty sure Saz is gonna die here soon, but it does not look like it. Yeah, this guy has not attacked at all. Which makes me wonder how easy this guy is to really kill. To begin with. So, Crystarium point. So, Crystarium points. I just call them Crystarium points because it's, to be honest, no, we're going backwards. I don't want to go backwards. I want to fight some different stuff. And to be able to get rid of those, I do need to feel like I need to have more upgrades. But I feel like we could probably repeat some missions. Maybe that might be able to get us some. I should have attacked from those guys from behind. Oh yeah, whatever. Launch. Hopefully we can get somewhere and not like. Yeah, I want to get everybody to at least roll level 4 completely on everything for the main. Punch you, baby. Easy. Probably not a lot of points. Ah, they're not terrible actually. Oh, we got the Tector. Come here. Come here. There you. I hate this little dude. This and I will extend out a little bit more. You know what? No, I think we'll all go commando on this. But I don't know how much how much of this we're gonna be grinding today though. Cause I'm gonna get off at about 6. Like, so we got about an hour to try to get everybody at least to level 4. Roll level 4. I feel like getting everybody there is definitely going to okay, so now Synergist is fully done if I'm not mistaken. Nick Ravager, fully done, and Commando's fully done. So now let's go with Saboteur for you. Medic here as well. So you're the only one that's going to work on that Saboteur now. That's just going to be nice. Okay, so that means there is another... That means there is some more quests that haven't been unlocked yet. Yeah, which we might do tomorrow, maybe.
Thanks.
didn't break a sweat is right. But I will say it's a challenge in a game that you sit there and you grind for a while. It's one of those things that, you know, you sit here and you try to level up and try to get to where you need to be. But these things just tend to take, take too long, and I don't like having to do this to begin with. But I feel like with a game like this, I want to be able to have everything at least possible, because, you know, going through and playing over this, I get stuck easily, so I don't want to get stuck easily on later portions when I have the opportunity to really take in. And normally I'd probably use a guide of some sort, but I'm not using any guide right now. I only use the guide when I need to find missions where they're located, because I want to get the missions done. I only use it if I'm stuck, and that's pretty much about it.
Thanks. Didn't even break a sweat.
Torn leather, nice. It's okay if these guys are giving me a little bit of points, because that's fine. I'm not, like, if it's easy for me to get rid of these guys, fine. But this might be part 1 of 2, but I think we can manage to. Manage to clear out some of these weaker stuff. Will be okay. It's not like, yeah, it might take me a little bit longer, but if I can come down here and just clear out whatever needs to be done. So the medic is pretty much basically almost there. Now, of course, it does not look like we're going to get Crystarium. So for the medic for light is not going to do as really insurmountable great. So we're going to get D-Shell here soon. And we're almost getting YouTube that full. Medic. Okay. I just have to figure out what's gonna be the best place for us to grind. And I don't think this is gonna be the best place. I'm looking for the the fog place, because I think that's gonna be the better bet. But I think I'm at the wrong side of the map for us to do it anyway.
Could have been worse.
But
Thanks.
oops. Yeah, I believe it's... Yeah. I believe it's over there. So we'll figure this thing out. Ah, yes. Okay, so from here, I feel like it's gonna be over there, on the other side of this, but we'll see. I could use a chocobo to get there on an easier... Ah! No, come on. Get over here. Thank you. The cactuar is going to be the best one to give us a lot of... I wish...
Thanks. Thanks. Don't get predictable.
I know I'm probably doing some of these wrong, but I'm not like... Yeah, the cactuar is going to give us a lot of that. These are the things, these are the creatures I want to find. But I think once I get everybody up there, I think I'm going to work on one other role for them. Because to begin with, at least getting role upgrades for some of them, I think is going to be helpful. But if we do max everybody out, we do get some specialty stuff. So it's like, it might be best that we just max them all out.
Don't get predictable. Could have been worse.
But how worse?
Should see your daddy now.
But after hearing what GTA 6 basically, it's like, I don't even think I really want to buy GTA 6 to begin with. I think GTA 5 is probably going to be the last GTA I ever play, because, like, I don't buy a lot of digital. Like, I do buy digital, don't get me wrong,
Break a sweat.
but I buy digital where it's worth to buy digital. Um, and it's only digital, only. It's like, if you're willing to put out physical, I will try my best to buy physical as much as I can. But that's one of those things where, you know, I buy digitally where the storefront and the store that I buy it from has at least some good, better decisions on how we play our games. You know, that's why I am more would buy digital from Valve.
Just getting started.
I've kind of actually learned over the years that it's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna really necessarily will rebuy the Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, and I'll rebuy them for PC to be more precise. Like, I bought them on PlayStation, but I think I'm just gonna buy it all on PC, since most of the Final Fantasy games are literally right there on PC. They're, you know, if I'm buying digitally, there. If those games are on physically, and I believe they're unavailable for the Switch, I might go for the Switch version instead. Look for the physical versions of these because I think it's going to be where finding the best way to play them. There's only a handful of places where you can play, where you can play a lot of these games. Like, if you're wanting to play a lot of the non-pixel remastered stuff, there are physical places you can play. You can play it through NES for a lot of the Final Fantasy titles, fan translated for it. You can play it on the PlayStation 1. You can SNES. You can play it on PlayStation 2, Xbox 360. Find Switch. Find it where you can find it physically. Like, that's where I think you should spend a lot of your time. Like, if you enjoy a game, don't buy it digitally. I wouldn't even buy. I'd buy it physically because, first off, physical media just makes it much more convenient for you. Yes, they're gonna say, the convenience of oh, you're not gonna be able to play the game because downloading is convenient. No, downloading isn't convenient. Okay, downloading a game is not convenient when you run out of storage. Downloading is only convenient based on the way that the prices go and things and fluctuates on all these things. And when you go out and you look at the physical, look at retro, like, if you want to go and play an Xbox 360 and get into that, it's a lot cheaper getting into an Xbox 360 playing physical media right now than it is buying a PS5 and playing physical media. And the reason why I say that is because average on end, you buy an Xbox 360, it's like $80, $80 to $100. Buying a PlayStation 3, it's cheaper buying a PlayStation 3 than it is buying a PS5, and it's physical. You know, it's one of those things where I actually the places where I have the most physical media are from PlayStation or PS2 and PS3. For PlayStation. For Xbox, it's only Xbox 360 with one Xbox game, and that's it. and then
Just getting
GameCube,
started.
and pretty much basically uh, where I do have, to be honest, modern generational systems, places that I have the most physical is Nintendo Switch, with the most recent modern system for physical. I actually preferred physical for that, and to be honest, like, physical media just makes much more sense.
Thank you.
Because yes, it's inconvenient for you to go and get the game. By the time it is inconvenient for you to get the game, you can already come home and play that game. It's more convenient if you go out and you get a Game Boy to play that. Like, if you're a gamer, it's always a good idea to have a Game Boy on hand. Because a Game Boy is going to give you the importance of uh, being able to play games physically without having to be tied to the internet, without having to be tied to power. If your power goes out and things like that, like, you have at least some ability to play games offline. Right now, I need to heal light, so I'll use you, and then we'll go back over here. It's why I will tell you that buying the Game Boy Advance, or like, a Game Boy Advance is great, but if you have the Game Boy and Game Boy Color, that'll also be fantastic as well. Because, to be honest, you will have the ability to play those games on the go. You'll be able to play those games when you don't have the internet. And it makes it just more that apparent that physical media, like, this is why I prefer a lot of having physical media over digital, because I'm starting to realize this a little bit more, that having now, of course there are still going to be problems with physical media, but the problem is when you have physical media like discs, there's potential for disk rot, there's potential for things like that. But then there's also that when you go digitally, there's also potential of losing all of your data, losing your games, not being able to own them yourself, and being able to play on the go. Like, that's why I'm more actively look into finding ways to play physical goods. I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I hope we get that preemptive strike. And so I'm a big fan of physical for a lot of reasons, because if you have a lot of
Thanks.
damage. Now, of course, also buying digitally is also good as well, because that just means that if you lose your collection physically because of natural disasters or because of those things,
Thanks.
then you are able to play it anywhere you want. Okay, and it's convenient for that. If you have to go and rebuy a PlayStation, you don't have to go and rebuy your digital game. You don't have to go and rebuy your games. But then you have the potential that you could lose all of your digital library if Sony does not like what you do on that system, or potentially for it. And in case in case for people who don't quite understand, don't let your kids play if you are there and you have kids, it's not worth it to let them play online. Okay, so we got D-Shell and D-Protect coming up there. The Medic. the medic is fully done, so now we'll just pretty much basically just start working on Saboteur for you. Okay. Let me take Ravager, has them all, Commando, Sentinel. Sentinel's not completed for you yet. Let me check Synergist. I'm gonna check these real quick. Somewhere along the line, arrow. No, okay. Okay, so that one's full there now. Synergist is done. Which is what I'm doing. We got about a half an hour left. I'm not gonna start another mission yet. Because I'm pretty sure that you would need a chocobo to jump that way. Thank you. Okay, relentless assault for this. Because it's kind of one of those things that makes it much more uh, Alright, I got a notification on my phone, like, to begin with, like I've already, politically, like, I have an election coming up in like a few days, on the 11th, and I'm already sitting here, I'm not voting for Republicans. Most of you guys probably already configured that from watching all of my political content and stuff. That but it's like I can't get behind anybody right now because of what Trump's doing. Like, anybody who is there to support Donald Trump is the person who I will never vote for in the first place. And that's kind of where I get a lot of things where I will not vote because of that. And I'll tell you, I will make my decision based on that alone, primarily. So it's like, yeah, you guys might be turned off on it, but I'm just saying that I'm not getting into it right now. But I just had a notification come in for one of the political candidates. that I'm not going to be voting for. I will specifically tell you after the fact, after the primary, next week, that who I actually did vote for, so that you guys can kind of understand a little bit about how I voted and stuff, but I don't want to, like, this isn't like my political thing to talk about today, because it's just Final Fantasy and stuff, but
Be ready for the next fight.
yeah, not what I really want to see, though.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hold on. Items. Light.
Follow my lead.
Now we need to make sure you can get up higher.
Change of plans.
Thank you. But if you guys are enjoying yourselves today, make sure you guys are subscribed. And make sure you guys hit that follow button as well, wherever you guys are watching. I really need to figure out a way, since YouTube decides to always want to dual stream. Like, I don't understand why we have a dual stream. I don't get it. But if it's going to require for me to dual stream, then I will set that up. Make it better. 'Cause I can dual stream through. Oh, I went after something I shouldn't have. I forgot to finish you off, but whatever. It'll be fine. It should be fine. Look at I didn't miss. Okay, I didn't miss anybody over there on the Twitch side of things. So I think I'm gonna work on trying to figure out a way to set up for but anyway. So maybe I will work on a scene for that after I do a couple more on this. Just for the YouTube side of things. And I don't understand why we have dual streaming and why it forces dual streaming. Well, I specifically ask it not to.
Nice sunshine. Time for a change. You looking at me? We don't get predictable. Thanks.
Okay. Point size, give yourself some upgrades here, and we can swap. Well, but we'll see how far we go. This might be my last one for the day, and then we'll maybe on Sunday we'll get back into it. But we might be in there tomorrow too. But we'll see. If I'm here tomorrow, we're going to go to 8. We're going to work on some more side quests. Because this is where the part of the game where you want to do some grinding. For what it's worth, okay, I'm making sure Okay. Yep. Sentinel is not done there. Because we're going to get you counter. And then we'll work on Saboteur. Ravager, missing one. There. You're done now. Saboteur is completely done. So now we'll just go medic. Synergist. Alright. How close are we to finding a safe spot? We could go back. We could go down that way to that save point. So let's go backwards. And we'll go save. Down that way. But in order to access that, we would have to access it through that main that way, so no. Let's turn ourselves around and we'll just keep going until we find a save point. Because I need to get off. So I will work on getting YouTube side of things. I'll work on getting a dual stream for YouTube. For it. Because I'm the only one here, and I think that's going to be a good option. But I don't, because right now, if you're watching on the other, the dual stream, it's not going to show you the best. So I'll have to think about how we're going to set that up. So what I'll probably do is save you. Okay. I'm going to delete some of these older save files. I'm gonna start. No. What? No. No, because I'm going to clear out a lot of chapter... okay. Just clearing out a lot of those older chapter... stuff. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed yourselves today. I'm going to get off. Hope you guys come back on Sunday for sure for more Final Fantasy XIII if you're watching on YouTube. If you guys are watching here directly on Twitch, make sure you guys are followed. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta go to that. Can't hold any longer. Anyway, we'll be back to for 13, probably Sunday at the latest. Um, for that, and then probably, and the reason why Sunday is because I will not be live tomorrow. Um, for it because of two reasons. Um, primarily, Barnacules will be on tomorrow. Um, is the main is one reason. So if you guys haven't checked out Barnacules Nerdgasm, of course, don't agree with everything he says, but um, I watch him because of his technology and his knowledge on AI. Do not agree with him on religion, okay, politics. Mostly agree with him on politics as well, but not completely 100% there. Um, but also tomorrow, uh, I might not be live because of this whole week was Pride Week for us, for my local town. So yes, we do it outside of the typical Pride month, but that's one thing that's going to be expected. Might not happen tomorrow, so for that. But I will tell you this, that if you guys are watching directly on YouTube, it's always great to be subscribed, hitting that bell notification with the all so you can stay up to date. And then at night, we do watch at night. We do the for night we play Call of Duty tonight. So if you want to see that, make sure you guys are followed here on Twitch. Primarily single player content is primarily on YouTube. And only YouTube. Primarily 90% of it is. There will be occasionally there might be a multiplayer game like GTA, Call of Duty. But sometimes if it's Call of Duty, I might make it a solo run in zombies because, to be honest, wanting to do some of that. And that's pretty much what we do there. The schedule, I haven't put the schedule down in the list for my live stream stuff that pretty much basically should be there. It's not in the description, it's not there for all of you guys to watch or to see. But we are pretty much basically live anywhere, start time from 3 to 4:30 until 6 o'clock. And then at night we are anywhere from 9 to 10 o'clock at night till pretty much whenever, except for Saturdays, and it goes until 1, for a lot of good reason, for a reason, because I do have to get up the next day for church. But so that's what we do pretty much, basically a lot of things around here. So if you are not new here, if you are wanting to see content from me, it's easier to be just subscribed here, but you guys can also check out my link tree, where I do post outside of this as well, where I do post on Facebook. We'll occasionally share some stuff on Facebook. It's not like I'm going to be actively there. I only share or I post when I'm gone live. I do the same thing on Instagram. And sometimes I even forget about Instagram, so I don't post anywhere or Blue Sky. I mostly just repost things or share things through those platforms. Um, you know, or a post that I've gone live. I'm not even active on Discord, and I have a Discord channel, so it's like yeah, I'm not active there because the point of the matter is I don't want to be tied or actively utilizing a platform that I'm hardly ever on anyway. The only time I've ever gone to Discord was primarily for Fortnite, and primarily going to check the C-bot to see what missions are available for the week. And that's it for my Save the World stuff. So, anyway, um, I will make sure that in the next time that we do go live on YouTube, I will, since YouTube's trying to push the dual streaming for that, I'm going to start pushing that as well. So that if you do want to watch vertically, it's best to watch. If you're on your mobile phone, it's best just to watch on non-vertical stream. But if you're there and you want to watch it that way, that gives you an extra option, giving you ways to watch my stream as much as I can. Will actively do that, but I have to get that situated and set up. So anyway, when you guys hit that subscribe here on YouTube, make sure that when you do that with all of your creators, doesn't matter what you do here, just make sure you are hitting that bell notification with the all, because you aren't going to get notified, and you don't even get notified all the time. If you are actively, consistently watching the content from that creator, you will most likely be able to get the notifications. If you're actively on a daily basis doing that. If you're not going to always get them. Trust me, I know, because I used to sit here and don't actively get David Pakman stuff. I watch David Pakman, but I don't get it actively, because I'm not actively out there watching David Pakman or doing things like that. I'm not actively getting everything. I'm not getting everything from Midas Touch and other places. So it's make sure you're actively watching their content so that you don't lose that notification. So, and sometimes if it's outside of my hands, I can't change anything about it. There's nothing I can do. I'm just telling you those are some of the ways you can figure those things out. But anyway, I will figure out this YouTube situation with the dual stream. So anyway, I will catch you guys later.